I don't think check call's better with aces. It might be slightly better with ace king, but I think aces is just going to be a jam.
If you want to see me stream live, follow me on Twitch. If you want to know when I'm streaming, follow me on Twitter. If you want to see my graphs and some cool hands, follow me on Instagram. If you want to post some hands and talk with me a bit more, join the Discord. Please like and subscribe. All the best.
Yo, 500Z, we started our challenge. This is the $12 chest exclusive challenge. Looks like we need about 4.5 hours of 3-tabling to get the 1,200 bucks, and we got to do that in 6 days, so too easy. All we're going to find is the button. Are we calling that? Reasonable flop. I definitely think we can do some betting because we can call a raise and just fold out like king queen now. It's fine. Turn 6. Still think we want to do some blocking versus like ace king. But now he's like jacks that didn't check raise are in a really good spot. I think we're just going to size down a little bit exploitably. Still think he's going to mainly, I mean, folding out like 2 overcards is a pretty good result, and do that as cheaply as possible is fine. And also kind of not discourage him from like just check ripping jacks there as well, where I make it a bit smaller. I'm pretty sure anyone can call me Ginger. Thank you for calling me handsome. Any compliments I can get these days. Let's fucking go, boys. 3-bet kings. How many blinds would be enough for a decent bankroll? Think about reggie. This guy's a little bit sticky. I'm going to go with a large size here. Then we defend here on table 1. Reasonable flop. And we're just going to stab it when he checks. 6 on the turn is actually pretty reasonable. Obviously 6-5 was already there, reduces some combos, has some 6-7s, but without the king of hearts, I'm just going to keep barreling here. And get check raised on table 1, we're going to call. And then, easiest jam in the world, right? He's got a 6, he's got a 6. He's sticky as well. Fine. And table 1, he overbets a turn. We can call here if we're ahead of draws. We are ahead of some draws, and having the 5 as well as the queen high is pretty cool. For example, 9-8 being a hand that we could be ahead of. And thank you for the raid, sir. Much appreciated. Thank you, Eddie40HS. I'm assuming HS stands for high stakes. This is actually super sucky because like he has some bigger flushes and he folds 9-8 anyway. If it didn't pair the board, I would always jam this, but on a paired board, I think he can have some traps here, and I don't think he's gonna call me super wide. So I'm actually gonna like side hero fold, hero check this. A little bit tight, but it's because it's a paired board. For example, it's 10 of hearts, I'm always jamming, so. And interesting to see what he would do, I'm not sure. Ace jack, again to mix check raise. And 3-betting aces. Versus Mr. GazzyB, and he flats flop. Ace jack, I think I'm going to overbet turn. Aces will start with a c-bet on a reasonable board. Ace jack, we took it down on the turn. Aces will just keep barreling, especially with no heart. I think that's pretty reasonable. He still has some ace kings. I expect he's going to station a little bit on this turn as well. 6-5 of hearts. And I guess we just rip this river too. You could have a 9. You can have ace king. And he has some heroes. I don't think check call's better with aces. It might be slightly better with ace king, but I think aces is just going to be a jam. Whew, not much you can do there, boys. Queen 5, we defended and then defended flop. I think we try and show this down. And on table 3, we're cold 4-betting 10s here, so we're making like 110, right? And Queen 5, we'll try and show it down. And we lose to the nuts. Tens, we flop a 10. We'll start with a small suitor. Snap calls. I think we're going to start trapping now. And on the river, I think the queen isn't that relevant. I'm just trying to think what the fuck he has. I mean, queens is irrelevant. He's got queens we lose. It's like, doesn't matter. I don't think he's trapping that many aces. It's just whether I can make him hero call ace king or whether he's more like to bluff ace king. He's betting ace queen anyway. I think we just check because we have tens. I maybe value bets most stuff. He just found the check. Interesting. Hit ace king. Not sure what the right play there was. Threes, we're going to start with a check call. Nice turn. And I don't think we value bet this river. I think we're trying to show it down. And we win. So as for people working out strategies against me, people are doing that anyway. Yes, they get to see my cards, but the level of that doesn't, I don't think that goes up exponentially. You're going to be 4-betting to get these in. This time, 107.5. So what was I saying? Yeah, so basically when they do adjust against me, I'm always trying to learn how to readjust back anyway. So it's not like I'm gonna size up a little. I'm already to a third. In fact, I might rip this. It looks a bit weaker, right? I don't have a diamond. He's always gonna call tens. It's only 2x. This is basically one anyway. I think rip is reasonable here. You might find a hero. Yes, but as people adjust against me, which they definitely have, or at least some of the players have, and I've noticed. First of all, it tests my strategies to see if they're, how durable they are. And second of all, allows me to then go back in the lab and readjust. Like, online poker, realistically, for someone like myself, is not where I'm going to be making that much money. Like, maybe, I've had a good start to the year, I'm like 10K or whatever. Like, maybe I make 25K on average if I grind it quite a bit. But that's one behind in Macau. It's all about getting sharp and improving, and the EV I gain from streaming comes from, I don't think I'm going to bluff this, not versus Mr. Sticky. I think you should get to have 4x here, which is annoying though. Yeah, that's fine. The EV I've gained though is I've been able to start my academy. So you got to think we've done 2 academies now, 15 runners in each one. We'll say 14 runners in each one. The first one was net $1,000, so I made 14K from that. Split that, so let's say I make and obviously that's costing my time, I guess, but let's say I made like $8,000 from the first one, because I do have costs. And then there's the second one, which we now doubled, and we've got about 14 players again. So then I also have costs again. So let's say I make even if you say make $20,000 from that one, any EV I've lost in the sample is negligible compared to that kind of stuff. And if I get a sponsorship from say GG, or I get invited to a private game because people want to play with me now, there's indirect EV that I get from doing this. Also, I think it's kept me sharp. I think it's helped me improve. There's some other stuff as well that's happened that's been good that I can't quite tell you guys about yet, but I will. But yeah, there's loads of good stuff. I think putting yourself out there is an underrated thing to do. Alright, Mr. Nacho. None of this fucking pot in the fucking trips when the flush completes, please. Pretty clear call. Could raise, but I think we're generally going to start with a call. Leading is actually pretty reasonable on the turn versus his flop size. And I like it despite the fact it's a top pair here, because he's also going to have all these ace queens, king queens, ace kings that I want attacks. And with jack 8, he calls pretty fast. I don't think this is a value bet. I'm just more debating whether I call it or not. Might be a chat jam. Yeah, I think we're going to do the check jam, blocking Jack 10 and 10-8, hopefully making fold kings or queens. Good luck us. Got him. Gonna 4-bet call this one. How much you play and study? I don't really study anymore, and I'm gonna 4-bet call this one. And I play basically everything you see on stream. Queens were on the flop, and we got a 2-spade board. So C-bet, take it down. Ace king. We will start with C-bet. Jack of spades, I'm going to check very heavily. We actually have enough showdown that I'm not going to bluff this. I'm just more thinking about whether I call. I think you should be doing a lot of protection here. He may have some like 6-7 suited, queen 10, king 10. I may have some traps. I expect most of his bluffs are going to just rip here. Not sure what I'm going to do. Like nice having the blocker to king jack of clubs, but we don't have the blocker to ace jack of spades because it's on the board. So that could be a factor in whether you're going to call ace king here. Like having like the ace of diamonds would be way better. Yeah, did expect him to jam if he's going to do this. 10-9, queen 10, ace queen, ace king. Don't have a lot of time here. Gonna fold and just play properly and just suit match and call with like club diamond. And then just always call club diamond and fold a bit more when I don't have it, and that's reasonable. And then table 1 with 3-bet kings, I'm gonna C-bet. And we've got our eye on this table as well, just to see what the fuck's going on here. This guy I think is a fish. I think this guy's potentially a fish too. Fish for check raise. And it's, okay. He check raises, gets it on that board versus massive sizing with 9s. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Queen jack, I'm obviously always calling, got forwards here. So no queen, no jack, and we're good. Got him. We got a few spots here. So here we're going to go for the check raise. It was multi-way. And then over here we C-bet and get min raised, and we're going to have to 3-bet this, I think. And then on the turn here we're going to go with check. Versus 3-bet, we took it down pre with kings. King 3. We're still ahead of like queen jack of diamonds, so I'm not like hating my check here. No balls deep. I don't want to fold to a huge raise. Pretty easy call now. Thank you for the price. He's allowed to have ace jack, ace queen. That's fine. Just like, that's absolutely fine. And we are going to start wrapping up the session, boys. Another solid win. I don't know how much. Losing this year just doesn't seem like much of a thing for us. That's us done. Looks like we won 550 bucks. Thank you for tuning in. See you on the next one.